Hello everyone, it's Aquan Blue Jay here, and we are back with another episode of Fnia, another story. Okay, so, um, I don't remember, much other than Alex walking around the convention or, pizzeria and, interacting with the different animal trunks. Freddy doesn't like him too much. Um, Bonnie is, um, like really happy Alex is there because he knows how to play guitar and all of that. Um, and yeah, and it looks like Alex and Marie know different languages. So yeah, so we are back at it today, and yeah, um, let's start. Alex drove me to my house quickly, even very quickly. I don't think he was driving at a speed of less than 100 kilometers per hour. Though I can understand it. If I had such a car, I would also race. I looked at my wristwatch, 7:21. If I was walking, I would have come somewhere at 8. First of all, I prepared something to eat, and after I ate and washed the dishes, I took a shower, a little refreshed. I went to my room to rest. When I woke up, the time on the clock showed 15:22. I slept a little longer than usual, although one difference does it make. I've never followed such things, I'm not going to start, but I still need to go to work. Getting out of bed, I went to the living room and made myself a cup of coffee. Turned on the TV and sat on the sofa, I began to slowly drink it. As always, there was nothing interesting on TV, so I constantly switched channels. Damn it, this is why I pay for television for this boredom? Spit. Glad that I at least have something to watch. I started getting ready for work late, or rather around 16. It takes me an hour to get to work. It turns out that I will only work for 3 hours. Most of this time I will just have to do nothing. With these thoughts, I left the house. As expected, I came to work at 17:12. May was slightly surprised when he noticed me. When I entered the repair shop, I did not notice any cars standing inside. There didn't seem to be any customers. Well, alright. As always, May was sitting in his armchair and drinking. I greeted him and sat down in my chair. I was beginning to think that you wouldn't come. To be honest, I had such thoughts. What made you change your mind? The desire not to be fired. This is understandable. As you can see, there's no one yet, so relax. How many customers were there today? 5. Did someone make you angry? No, no one did it this time. It wasn't a specific task for me. There were no strange sounds or anything like that. Yes, sometimes there are good days, right? That's for sure. How are you doing? Everything's fine? It's fine, May. Everything's fine. Details? No. Wherever you are. By the way, look. May pointed to the farthest left. There is a blue Subaru on it that belonged to me. When I came in, I didn't pay attention to her. And what? I started fixing it. Commendable. Wait, are you fixing it with parts from the warehouse? Yes. Did you even leave money for them? No, you work here. If I were a doctor, would I not have to pay for treatment? You know that the boss forbids us to use parts from the warehouse for our cars if we don't pay for them. The boss won't know about it. And if he does find out, in that case, I'll have to return all the details. Come on, John. There's just something to change the bumper and threshold, and the spoiler would have to be put on. I think the car would look cool with it. It's even better to buy a new car right away. If I had the money, I would have bought it. In the meantime, I'm content with what I have. May was silent for a moment. That's good. Now I can relax and just wait. If he May got up from his chair and walked towards his car. I'll continue working. If someone comes by, sort out, okay? Okay. I took a bottle of beer out of the refrigerator and opened it. I looked at May and took a small sip. When I finished the bottle of beer and put it on the table, a police car drove into the auto repair shop. Got from the armchair and into the car. It stopped near one of the lifts. The police officer got out of the car and came up to me. Good evening, officer. How can I help you? Good evening. Prints are in my bumper. It would be necessary to replace it if the parts are found, of course. I'm sure they will. Something else? No, that's all. How much is it for me? We take payment only after the work is completed. Come back in about 30 minutes. I think everything will be ready. Wherever you say. In that case, I'll go. The policeman took a small bag from the car and left the auto repair shop. I looked at the car, Mercedes. There were even several bumpers on this one. The front bumper needs to be replaced with a new one. Shouldn't police cars be repaired in special places? No matter, for convenience, I slightly raised the car on one of the lifts. The front part of the plastic protection of the crankcase attached to the bottom of the bumper is unscrewed. Then I unscrewed the front lockers from the bumper. Some car models it is quite difficult to do this without removing the wheels. But basically, you can get access to the mounting points of the underwing by simply turning the wheels all the way out. Then the bumper mounting bolts are unscrewed home. They are usually located in the area of the car's spars. The bumper is carefully pulled out on itself. Fence is at the edges of the rear part of the bumpers, usually fits with the help of latches or special grooves in the wings to which the runners stand. After changing the bumper to a new one and installing everything, I just started waiting for the officer to return. Ray was tinkering with his car and completely ignoring me. When I was passing by the passenger door of the police car, I heard a voice. Looking around, I didn't notice anyone. The voice came from inside the car. I looked into the salon and realized that the officer had forgotten to turn off the police radio. Hey Manny! What do you want? The police radio is on here. Really? Ray walked quickly to the police car. Is he really so interested in what they are talking about there? No. To tell the truth, I was also interested. I don't see a suspect. Does anyone see him? Ha! There's something going on here. Oh wait, I see him. Resume in code 3. What do you think is going on there? I have no idea. He's just out of control. Marking 1042 recension. Okay, I went to work. Tell me later how it all ended. This isn't a movie. Manny went back to his car and continued to restore it. I, in turn, moved away from the police car and sat down in my chair. Soon the police officer returned. He paid the amount that I indicated to him and left by closing time. Manny had not had time to finish his car, although there was a maximum of 40 minutes of work there. He decided to leave the car at the auto repair shop, so I walked home on foot. When I approached my house, I noticed that a Lamborghini was parked near it. Only one person I know who drives a Lamborghini, Alex. But I didn't see Alex in the car, and when I turned my head in the direction of my house, I noticed the light was on. Oh shit. I quickly went to my house. Alex was still on the couch watching TV. When I closed the door, he turned to me. John! Well, hello! Didn't expect to see me here, did you? What the fuck are you doing here? Do you know that this is a break-in? Yes, I know. If I were you, I would check all the valuables. Of course I didn't take anything, but sometimes I don't trust myself. You kidding me? How long have you been here? Oh, 40 minutes. To be honest, I didn't know when you were finishing work, so I decided to come here when I was free. I went into the living room and sat down on the sofa. As soon as I sat down, Alex threw me the TV remote. I caught it and switched the movie to a news channel. We watched the news in silence for 20 minutes, and then I felt somehow uncomfortable next to Alex. Calmly came to my house, very carefully, broke down the front door, and just watched my TV. My god, it's like he came home to himself. By the way, I watered a rose for you there. I think it's better to plant them in the garden, not in a pot. Thank you. I'll figure out myself, okay? Of course, my job is to offer. By the way, when are you going to go to your second job? 2 hours before midnight. You're walking, aren't you? Yes. Well, I can take you to work. I think we'll get there in an hour, maybe even less. You don't mind, do you? Do I have a choice? Of course, you can go on foot and I in turn will go by car. Let's see who gets there first. Okay. Give me a ride. Thanks. You're welcome, friend. By the way, why did you even go to this night jump? No, of course, I understand the characters there are quite beautiful, but don't they pay enough for mechanics? They pay normally. They just offered to help me, so I'm open. Lie more, John. You're doing it for the money anyway. Even if I'm lying, difference doesn't make it to you. No difference at all, John. I don't care who you are or what your views on life are. You're the same person as me. Well, almost, who paves the way in this world. Go on your way and I'll go on my own. Alan's phone rang. Quickly took out and answered the call while Ganna flung herself and moved into the window. Yes, dear, what do you need? Yes, I'll think about it. I think I'll meet with them next week. Since I still have things to do. Yes, I remember. I'll try, and so long for you. See you soon. Hans put the phone away and looked out the window. Maybe I should still check if all the things are in their place. On the other hand, he doesn't seem to be as bad as it seems at first glance. But his behavior still bothers me a little. Should I pick up the taser from the office when I get here? I don't think. Who called you? Alice. Who is she to you? A companion in life, a girlfriend, a follower, whatever is convenient for you. Good. Who do you think she is for yourself? Girlfriend, and also think you wouldn't really like it when she and I are together. Why is that? Many people who met me know my rapid change behavior. I'm sure it bothers you too, especially when we are, well, you know, where. Alice, she practically like me. Perhaps because she has been with me for a long time, who knows? You're right, I'm not a little worried about your behavior. I don't care what you do on the streets of the city, but if something happens to those girls, those animatrons, it won't be very good for me. Don't worry, they are not my enemies, which means it will be alright. Do you have enemies? That's a stupid question. Everyone has enemies, and so do I. Who are your enemies, if it's not a secret? I am. I don't want to talk about it yet. Believe me, you will either understand yourself or I will tell you someday. I still don't understand something. What don't you understand? I noticed that you belong to those animatrons somehow specific. You even say like to people or something. You're only there for a few hours. Even is that a bad thing? Of course not. But no matter how much they look like people, they're not people. They're not alive. They're robots. Robots have feelings too, you know. Well, at least these ones do. They walk, they breathe, they have feelings. There, see, I was saying that. I think they are the same as us, although they look a little different. Yes, the future has come. So far, they are just entertaining people and imagine what will happen there. People grow old and die in robots. Robots don't get old. So you mean everyone else can be replaced by robots? Okay. The one thing I want to say about Alex in this universe right here is we've seen Golden Freddy and we've seen Spring Bonnie, and they both are worn down. So even if they're robots, they do get old. So Alex is in the wrong here. I just want to say that right now. And this may not end well. I'm not sure what you're getting at. My point is that if those robots are as advanced as you say, then we should expect their own prizes soon. Let them out in the world and see how much they will be disappointed in this damn world. Someone's been watching too much Terminator, by the way. If our world ever repeats the fate of Terminator, okay. I remember I read this, but I forgot they actually referenced a whole bunch of this. I want humanity to be destroyed by robots similar to them. At least it will be a beautiful destruction of humanity. Okay, in the comments down below, if a Terminator thing happened with the Five Nights at Anime skulls, would you be at least somewhat happy? Okay. Um, Go ahead, just comment what you think in the comments down below. Okay, let's get back. No, seriously, just imagine robots with weapons, specially prepared killing machines. Put one robot into command, they squad of people, and you will understand that the robot's mind is much superior to the human mind. Amazing accuracy, ensuring thinking the many outcomes of events at once in order to identify the most effective methods of solving the problem, and all of this in a matter of seconds. People will always have the so-called human factor. I give an order of the international level to eliminate the target. Only its exact location is known about the target. Imagine a human was saying. He made his way unnoticed and sees the goal in front of him. And this is a child. Immediately doubt begins. So, it is wrong. It is impossible to shoot at children. The task is under threat. Now imagine that if you had some robot. All the same steps, and here's the goal in front of him. What will happen? Death. Exactly. There's no hesitation, no doubt. The task is complete. On the other hand, there are not only military robots, right? Look at Detroit, there are many varieties of robots. Housewives, flares, you can't even buy a robot wife for yourself. And look at Japan, well, we live in 2034, they live in 4123. I wouldn't be surprised if they are the first to make flying cars. Alex walked towards the front door with his hand on the door handle. He turned to me. I'll be in the car. When you're ready, come over. Without waiting for my answer, he left the house, leaving me alone. The time on the clock showed 22:24. If I was walking, I would have already left the house, but since Alex won't give me a ride, I think that I can go closer to 23. In this case, I'll take a shower and have a quick snack. As suspected, I was ready almost at 23. We have an hour to get to the place. Sure, Alex will not follow the rules of the road and even more so the speed limit, so we will get there quickly. When I was completely ready, I left the house and got into Alex's car. We arrived at 12:15. Alex, like me, was not too worried about being a little late. On the way to the building, I remembered about the video recordings on the computer in the office. Probably showed them to Alex, and I'll also show the dad of the person, James. Maybe Alex knows something. If so, it would be interesting to find out who this James is and why he cut down the cameras. After we entered the building, Alex headed for the stage. I had no choice but to follow him. He said that he would not do anything bad to the girls, but it's still worth watching him. So I think that is where we are gonna end this video for today. So basically, Alex was telling us about the uprising of robots possibly, and we also worked on a few cars. So not too much has happened in this video. Um, but yeah, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button, subscribe maybe, and stay tuned for more of the series. I actually really like this series so far, and if you have any more game recommendations or any more visual novels, please go ahead and tell me. I may actually be playing my novel here soon, or playing one of my other games. So yeah, stay tuned, and hope to see you again in one of these future videos. Have a good day, everyone.